For many students who have disabilities, they don't have a lot of experience. They have a label that may get in the way. They may have an observable disability that may be obvious to those that hired them, and it puts them at a disadvantage. And of course, they're open to discrimination in that way, and we have to try to offset that by being very proactive, educating the community about why it makes sense to hire people with disabilities.
If they get a job, then we've done our job.
You're not training a classroom of kids with intellectual disabilities or developmental disabilities. You're training Susan, Alan, Jamal, Juanita. These are individual kids who are young adults who are eventually going to be leaving school, who are going to have their own path to an adult life.
We want to learn what's going to help us for the future.
A lot of times I think they try to cut services that people need based on what's written on a piece of paper. And sometimes the piece of paper does not give you the whole picture into that person's life and what they have to go through every day. And I think that maybe they should come in and observe the person before they make decisions about what they need and what they don't need.
Every student is different. There's no instruction manual. If you do this, they'll do that. You just have to be willing to try new things.
And make sure that we also believe in their dream, that they can excel and achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve with their life.
And they have to have high expectations for themselves, because a lot of them don't. Because nobody around them has had high expectations.
And students will make choices based on the options you give them. And if we're only giving them 2 or 3 options and they say they made a choice, well, that wasn't a very good choice-making process. So we got to broaden choices whenever possible.
We are here to provide options. We are here to provide choices just for people that sometimes they feel that they have been limited in life by other people. We should not be one of those putting limitations, putting barriers. We should make a difference in the life of these individuals.
Because everyone has gifts, doesn't matter what their challenges are.
And they're looking for something that is going to give them, or someone that's going to give them direction.
Well, you got to take each student as an individual. You can't just put them all in one basket. You got to take them as an individual, and you got to meet them where they are.
Always expect that there is more than what you can see, and that they are capable of so much more. If you put the expectation out there,
you'll be surprised at how high they can go.
You want a student to leave your classroom with strong self-esteem, a strong sense of self-advocacy, that they can make informed decisions regarding themselves, and self-determination, that they know what the route is that they want to pursue and that there are folks behind them to support them.
We have to be willing, most of all, to think outside of the box to help that student become successful.
And it's never boring. Every student is different. Every student has different abilities. It is not a boring job. It's challenging, but the rewards when they succeed is just beats everything.
So where I hope we're moving toward, and what certainly we've legislated, is that we should be providing him or her individualized, service-based approaches in the community. We're hoping that people see transition as really stepping into the future and not the past. And when we realize that, we will then be moving into a future which will be less institutions, if at all, less day training programs and facilities, if at all, and less services that segregate people based on a label, and more based on what they want to do and what they can do. And that's the future of what transition services is all about.
We invite you to view the employment success stories included on this DVD.